Rockefeller, how it happened in these discussions?
I met Rockefeller through a female attorney I knew who called me up one day and said, one of the Rockefellers would like to meet you. I had made a video called Mad as Hell, and he'd seen the video and wanted to meet me. I knew I was running for governor of Nevada. So sure, I'd love to meet him. And I met him, and I liked him, and he was a very, very smart man. And we used to talk and share ideas and thoughts. And he's the one who told me 11 months before 9/11 ever happened that there was going to be an event. Never told me what the event was going to be, but there was going to be an event, and out of that event, we would invade Afghanistan to run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We were going to invade Iraq, you know, to take over the oil fields, establish a base in the Middle East, and make it all part of the New World Order. And we'd go after Chavez in Venezuela. And sure enough, later 9/11 happened, and I remember he was telling me how how you're gonna see soldiers looking in caves for people in Afghanistan and Pakistan and all these places, and there's gonna be this war on terror, of which there's no real enemy, and the whole thing is a giant hoax, you know. But it's a way for the government to take over the American people.
He told you it was going to be a hoax.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's no question. He says there's gonna be war on terror, and he's laughing. There's no.
Aaron, you said that he was, and I think it's important, and I know this about the Rockefellers, from Dr. Dennis Cuddy and many others, who literally, he'll be 20 years old in a lunch line at college, and he'll say Rockefeller. And he hears, I mean, they're experts at recruiting and getting what they call players, and that clearly he was, I mean, I want to make it specific and just get you to reiterate what you said last night about you got 30% of the vote, you were having an effect, you made Mad as Hell, they knew that you'd started the Constitution Party, yeah. They knew that you were don't touch.
Yeah, yes, that did happen. I was definitely being recruited, but it's more subtle than that.
Well, in your words, just go through the process, and then what you said.
Well, what it is remember, we were friends, and we used to go to my house a lot, we'd have dinner, we'd talk, and he'd tell me about business investments, how you get involved in, you know, or they would help with this business investment or that business investment. And was I interested in joining the Council on Foreign Relations? You know, I would have to get a letter to join them, but was I interested in that? And, you know, just stuff, you know, leading you on. And I used to say to him that I never really did that because that wasn't where I was coming from. And as much as I like you, Nick, you know, your ways and my ways, we're on the opposite side of the fence. You know, I don't believe in enslaving people. You know, and, you know, I don't believe in enslaving people. You know, and
he would come back with, "Oh, I do."
Well, it would be more like, you know,
it's better for them.
Well, it's more like, you know, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring. You know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold. You know, it was just like cold. You know, and I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal was to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers, the elite people, you know, the bankers and some governor controlling the world. And I said, all the people in the Council on Foreign Relations believe this way you do? Said, no. You know, most of them believe they're doing it right. Well, my friendship with Nick Rockefeller was one where we expressed ideas to each other and thoughts and philosophies, and he wanted me to become part of what they were doing, and for me to become a member of the CFR, and offered various business opportunities for me to get involved in, and for me to not take up the fight or the battle that I've been taking up in the past. You know, to drop that idea, because what was the point of my fighting for the people? Now, I was a guy who was very successful in the movie business, and I saw the truth of what was happening. I tried to express it to the people, and rather than having me express it to the people, they wanted me to join their side because I was a mover and a shaker, and rather than me opposing them, to join them. It was real simple. And he tried to recruit me into that situation, and I didn't go for it.
Did he get angry when you didn't go for it?
No. And you know, it's like, you know, I remember one time he said to me, "You join us, so you have an ID card there, and you know, you have a chip, and your chip will say KMA on it." And I said, "What does KMA mean?" He said, "It means kiss my ass." And anybody stops you, a cop or whatever, and you show them your card or your chip, and they'll know to leave you alone because you're one of us, you know. And you know, why are you fighting for the people for? What is that about? The people just, you know, they have to be ruled. They have to be, you know, the Constitution. What you're standing for is only for a few people. It's only a few individuals that can live that way, you know. And we believe that a special society to be ruled by an elite people who control everything. And I said, I don't believe that. You know, I believe God put me on this earth to be the best person I could be, and put everybody on this earth to be the best they could be, not to be a slave and a sheep to you and these people. And I don't understand why you want to control everything. What is the need for that? You know? And I asked them, do all the people in the Council of Foreign Relations feel the same way you feel? I said, no, a lot of them think they're doing the right thing. They think that socialism is the best way to go. They think that, you know, that they're doing the right thing. But the people at the top, they all know the truth of what's happening. And that's what it is.
So it's compartmentalized within the elite structure as well.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, all the people that are in the CFR, was that 2,000-3,000 people have to go to, like, Dan Rather. They don't know what's going on. They join the CFR because it's prestigious. They think it's good for business, it's good for this. You know, they don't know what's really happening. You know, the evil that comes out of it, that's emanating out of it. You know, and to me, you know, the biggest evil is what's happening right now, because what happened on 9/11. I mean, Nick and I discussed many things. One of the things we discussed, or he brought up in conversation, was reducing world population, and felt that there were too many people in the world. In a way, I agree, there are too many people in the world, but I don't think I have the authority to say who's going to die and who's not going to die, you know. But they felt that they wanted to reduce world population, and he felt that it should be reduced by half. He even mentioned to me once they were having a real problem trying to solve the Israel problem.
Did you ever talk to Nick Rockefeller after he told you all this and then 9/11 took place?
No. But he did. I told you. He told me that you're going to see men running around caves looking for Osama bin Laden. You know, you're going to see men looking for, you know, these guys, and they're going to be, you know.
They told you it was all going to be bull.
It's a phony. The whole thing is a fake. It's a fraud.
Was he laughing, or was he just coldly saying this?
No, it was more laughing, cynical, laughing. You know, it was more like, how stupid everybody is. How stupid everybody.
日本人の 99.99% が知らないこと。金のショー。こんにちは、ひろりです。今回はいよいよ世界の大きな問題をご紹介していきます。皆様はお金を誰が作っているかご存知ですか？そしてそれが戦争に深く関わっていることもご存知でしょうか？言うまでもないことですが、戦争は悲劇以外の何物でもありません。
شو اسمك عمو؟ انت وين ابوك؟ وين مات؟ شنو متريقة متغدية متعشية؟ احكي
Hello, my name is Maysam. I'm 10 years old. I'm Palestinian. I live in Gaza. I want to tell you that I'm still alive and I'm not terrorist. So don't kill me. Give me the chance to still alive. Bye.
戦争は一体何が原因で起こっているのでしょうか？それはお金についての説明から始めなければいけません。例えばこのドルというお金、アメリカという国が発行していると思われがちですが、ドルは FRB という完全に 100% 民間の銀行が発行しています。こちらの映像をご覧ください。
Look, brothers and sisters, in 1912, in 1912, on December the 22nd, the Central Bank of America was taken over by certain families. The Federal Reserve that prints the money is not owned by the government.
Right. That's right.
In Europe, a man by the name of Rothschild made this statement. He really didn't care who was king or ruler, as long as he controlled the finance. Rothschild had 5 sons, and he sent those sons into different parts of Europe.
Yes, sir. Yes.
He sent one son to England, one to France, one to Italy, one to Austria, and one stayed at home with the father in Germany.
Yes, sir.
And they all became a part of the house of Rothschild, but through manipulation of money, the son in England grew up, and that became the Bank of England, the Bank of France, the Bank of Italy, the Bank of Austria, the Bank of Germany. These were central banks that printed the money of these nations that now were in the hands of a family that had spread out with not the intention of doing good, but the intention to become manipulators and controllers of the destiny of the world and nations.
Come on. Come on. Go ahead.
Europe had many conflicts.
Yes. Yes.
And the Rothschilds would finance both sides.
That's right. Yes, sir. That's right.
What you don't understand is that war is a manipulation of money.
That's right.
この動画で名前が出たのはロスチャイルド家だけでしたが、 FRB の株主は1914年の時点ではこの人たちでした。現在 FRB の株主は完全非公開になっていますが、彼らが株を手放していなければ今もこれは変わらないでしょう。そして問題点ですが、お金はまず FRB が発行し、それを普通の銀行や政府に貸し付けます。政府はそのお金で国家運営を行いますが、 FRB からお金を貸し付けられているので、毎年とんでもない額の利子を FRB に返済しています。そしてそれは当然国民の税金から支払っており、もしドルを国が発行し余計な利子を払う必要がなくなれば、アメリカ国民は税金の 40% を払う必要がないとも言われています。これらの件は大学の教授でも知らない方は多いですが、一部気づいた市民はブチギレています。
Bob, this is powerful, isn't it? That's right. Here's some of the folks who are talking. Tell them more. Go ahead.
Tell your friends at the Federal Reserve, we are shutting the Federal Reserve down.
Your private banking cartel's down.
Because all we've been doing with our tax money since 1913 is lining your fat pockets.
ちなみに日本の中央銀行日銀はジャスダックに上場しており、株の所有者は 55% が政府ですが、残りの 45% は非公開。55% を政府が握っている分、アメリカよりはマシですが、これも社会科の先生ですらほとんど知らないことでしょう。当然この仕組みは FRB の株主たちにとんでもない富をもたらしており、1974年にロックフェラー家の一人ネルソン・ロックフェラーが公開した資産はなんと6400億ドル、約70兆円でした。これは現在の日本の税収の倍近い金額です。そしてその後も彼らは世界中の中央銀行を自分の支配下に置いていきました。 アフガニスタンは911でテロとの戦いを名目に戦争へ。イラクは大量破壊兵器を持っていると疑われイラク戦争を起こされますが、イラクは大量破壊兵器を持っておらず、さらにフセイン大統領は処刑されました。リビアもアメリカの軍事介入で最高指導者カダフィが殺害されます。非人道的な独裁者だと宣伝されたカダフィでしたが、リビアは教育は大学まで無料、健康保険も無料、職に就けない者には住宅を提供するという人道的な国家であり、カダフィはアフリカの英雄でした。そしてこれらの国の中央銀行はロスチャイルド家の支配下に。さらにスーダン、パキスタンも支配され、残るはシリア、イラン、北朝鮮、キューバですが、イランはアメリカが核合意から離脱するなどこれから揉める気満々で、北朝鮮、キューバは落ち着いたように見えますが、予断を許さない状況です。そしてシリアも。
I want to talk to you about why the New World Order hates Syria and why they are attacking the country now. The New World Order is a plan to bring all nations under the control of one power. People might argue about who the real power is behind this agenda, but those who are observant will notice that this New World Order, or NWO, is the end game. Syria has always resisted and is the front lines against the New World Order. One of the ways that Syria resists is that Syria does not have a Rothschild central bank. A Rothschild central bank is a bank that has been bought by the Rothschild family, one of the richest and most powerful families in the world. It is a bank which is under the control of the Bank of International Settlements, which decides how much money is worth in a nation and how much debt a nation has. In Libya, one of the first things that happened after NATO took over that country is their central bank was turned into a Rothschild central bank.
このように中央銀行がロスチャイルドの手に落ちていない国は戦争を仕掛けられ支配されます。もちろん中央銀行だけでなく石油のためなどもありますが、それも含めてお金のために戦争をしているのです。また911に関しては戦争をするためのアメリカの自作自演ではないかという説も。
How it happened in these discussions?
I met Rockefeller through a female attorney I knew who called me up one day and said, one of the Rockefellers would like to meet you. I made a video called Mad as Hell, and he'd seen the video and wanted to meet me and knew I was running for governor in Nevada. So sure, I'd love to meet him. And I met him and I liked him, and he was a very, very smart man. And we used to talk and share ideas and thoughts. And he's the one who told me 11 months before 9/11 ever happened that there was going to be an event. Never told me what the event was going to be, but there was going to be an event, and out of that event, we would invade Afghanistan to run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We were going to invade Iraq, to take over the oil fields, establish a base in the Middle East, and make it all part of the New World Order. And we'd go after Chavez in Venezuela. And sure enough, later 9/11 happened, and I remember he was telling me how how you're gonna see soldiers looking in caves for people in Afghanistan and Pakistan and all these places, and there's gonna be this war on terror, of which there's no real enemy, and the whole thing is a giant hoax, but it's a way for the government to take over the American people.
He told you it was going to be a hoax.
Oh yeah, there's no question. He says, there's going to be war on terror, and he's just laughing. There's no...
They told you it was all going to be bull.
It's a phony. The whole thing is a fake. It's a fraud.
Was he laughing, or was he just coldly saying this?
No, it was more laughing. Cynical. Laughing. It was more like, how stupid everybody is. How stupid everybody.
いかがでしたか？人類最大とも言える問題。それは通貨発行権が民間企業の手にあるということ。それにより格差はどんどん開き、一般市民の暮らしはどんどん貧しくなっていくのです。